The silence of low Earth orbit was shattered by an unexpected crisis, one that would test the limits of human endurance and ingenuity. For the Tiangong crew on November 5, 2025, what began as a routine day quickly spiraled into a nightmare scenario. During a standard inspection, Commander Chen Dong noticed something alarming: spiderweb cracks radiating across the Shenzhou 20 return capsule's window. Though the fractures appeared tiny, their implications were catastrophic. Any breach in the capsule's integrity could spell disaster. The Shenzhou 20 was their only lifeline back to Earth, now compromised by what was almost certainly a micrometeoroid or a shard of space debris, an ever-present threat in the unforgiving environment of orbit. For Chen Dong, Chen Zhongrui, and Wang Ji, the discovery instantly transformed their record-breaking mission into a high-stakes emergency. The crew's training had prepared them for many dangers, but this was a scenario no one wanted to face. The cracks threatened the capsule's ability to withstand the searing heat and pressure of re-entry, turning their only escape route into a potential death trap. Every second, the risk of catastrophic failure loomed larger. Despite months of meticulous preparation and the installation of new debris shields, a random high-velocity impact had found the capsule's weakest point, exposing the vulnerability of even the most advanced technology. The China Manned Space Agency scrambled to assess the extent of the damage, running simulations and consulting experts, while the crew waited in a tense limbo, their fate hanging in the balance. Safe for now aboard Tiangong, the astronauts were effectively stranded, their return to Earth suddenly uncertain. Every glance at the blue planet below was a reminder of how far away home had become. The psychological strain was immense. Earth, so close and yet impossibly distant, seemed to taunt them with its inaccessibility. Isolation and anxiety crept in as the hours dragged on. Their dream of a triumphant homecoming was replaced by a stark fight for survival, as the crew faced the most perilous challenge of their lives, united by hope and determination in the void. Engineers at Mission Control were quick to realize the gravity of the situation. The Shenzhou 20 capsule had suffered damage that simply could not be repaired while in orbit, no matter how skilled the crew or ground team. The capsule's window, a sophisticated multi-layered structure designed to withstand the harshest conditions of space, had sustained damage far beyond what any spacewalk or in-orbit repair could address. Even the smallest crack in this critical component could prove catastrophic, especially during the intense heat and pressure of re-entry, when the forces on the window would be at their greatest. Any attempt to patch or reinforce the window from inside or outside the capsule risked making the situation worse, potentially endangering the entire crew and the mission itself. With no safe way to fix the flaw, the Shenzhou 20 was officially written off as a crew vehicle, left docked to the station as a stark and sobering reminder of the ever-present dangers of spaceflight. The crew had no choice but to abandon their trusted capsule and begin preparing for an alternative way home, knowing that their return now depended on a complex rescue operation. This incident exposed a critical vulnerability in long-duration missions. Any parked spacecraft, no matter how robust, can be fatally compromised at any moment by the unpredictable hazards of space. The plan was to safely deorbit the damaged capsule once a replacement vehicle arrived, ensuring the station remained clear for future missions and that no further risks were taken with the compromised craft. The loss of a multi-million-pound spacecraft was a significant setback for the program, both financially and emotionally, but the safety of the crew was always the top priority. With the damaged capsule out of commission, all attention turned to a daring and unprecedented rescue mission, one that would push China's space program to its limits and demand the very best from everyone involved. With Shenzhou 20 grounded and unable to return home as planned, the situation aboard the Tiangong space station grew tense. The crew's lifeline had been cut, and every moment counted as Mission Control scrambled for solutions. Attention quickly turned to the newly arrived Shenzhou 21, which had just completed its flawless docking at Tiangong. This spacecraft, originally meant for a fresh crew's long-duration mission, suddenly became the focus of a daring rescue plan. Its crew, Zhang Lu, Zhang Hongzhong, and Wu Fei, had barely settled in, still adjusting to microgravity and the routines of life in orbit. Their mission was supposed to be routine, but fate had other plans. The solution was bold and unprecedented. Let the stranded Shenzhou 20 crew use Shenzhou 21 as their emergency return vehicle, even though it meant disrupting the new crew's mission and leaving them without a backup. On November 14th, After days of intense planning and coordination between ground teams and astronauts, Tiangong and his crewmates carefully transferred into Shenzhou 21, saying their goodbyes to the new arrivals who would remain behind. It was a strange, unprecedented swap, using another crew's capsule as their lifeboat. The handover was tense, with both crews aware of the risks and the stakes involved. The undocking and descent went flawlessly, a testament to the training and professionalism of everyone involved. The Shenzhou 20 Brinsidader Endrabunner de Stein Xori Bummen landed safely in the grasslands of Inner Mongolia, greeted by recovery teams and a wave of relief. Commander Tiangong later spoke about the immense challenges and ever-present risks of space exploration, capturing the spirit of resilience and teamwork that defined the mission. The China Manned Space Agency had pulled off a rapid, high-stakes rescue in just 9 days, a feat that required ingenuity, trust, and split-second decision-making. The world watched in awe as China demonstrated its ability to handle a major in-orbit emergency, earning respect from the global space community and inspiring millions back on Earth. But the celebration was short-lived. Relief quickly gave way to new concerns as the reality of the situation set in. In saving one crew, CMSA had left another without a lifeboat. A new crisis was quietly unfolding aboard Tiangong, with the Shenzhou 21 crew now vulnerable. The daring escape had solved one problem, but created another for those still aboard. The station's safety net was gone, and the crew faced the unknown. The risk had shifted, and the clock was ticking. Every hour without a backup return vehicle increased the danger for the remaining astronauts. Now, the fate of the Shenzhou 21 crew depended on a swift rescue of their own. The world held its breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The Shenzhou 21 crew, now alone on Tiangong, faced a new danger: no return vehicle. This violated a core rule of spaceflight. Every crew must have a lifeboat. Any emergency, fire, depressurization, medical crisis, would leave them stranded. International observers voiced concern. China had traded one risk for another. The CMSA gambled that Tiangong would remain stable until a replacement could be launched. Unlike the ISS, which always has backup vehicles, Tiangong was now dependent on a single rapid launch. Every day, without a lifeboat, increased the stakes for Zhonglu and his crew. Their safety now hinged on the success of the next mission, Shenzhou 22. CMSA launched an emergency plan: prepare and launch Shenzhou 22, uncrewed, as a new lifeboat. Thanks to China's standby strategy, a capsule and rocket were ready for rapid deployment. Shenzhou 22 would not only restore escape capability, but also deliver vital supplies to ease the strain on Tiangong's life support systems. The mission was a logistical and safety lifeline, executed at record speed. Few space programs could match such rapid turnaround. The world watched as China raced to close the safety gap it had created. A successful launch and docking would finally restore the station's safety margin. The crisis tested China's readiness and pushed its space program to the limit. China's response to the Shenzhou 20 crisis revealed a starkly different philosophy from NASA's. CMSA acted swiftly and unilaterally, prioritizing immediate rescue, even at the cost of stranding another crew. NASA, shaped by decades of partnership and tragedy, favors caution, redundancy, and consensus. On the ISS, backup vehicles are always available. No crew is left without a lifeboat. NASA's approach is slower, but minimizes risk at every stage. China's centralized command allows for bold, rapid decisions, but accepts higher short-term risk. Neither method is perfect. Each reflects its nation's history and priorities. The Shenzhou crisis is a case study in how different risk philosophies shape space exploration. The Shenzhou 20 crisis is a powerful reminder of the dangers of spaceflight. Orbital debris remains a growing threat. No shielding is foolproof. The incident will drive advances in debris tracking and spacecraft protection. Most crucially, it underscores the need for redundancy. Every crew must have a lifeboat. China's temporary waiver of this rule, though successful, highlighted the risks. Future commercial stations must learn from this. Backup plans are essential. A single crack triggered a cascade of challenges: stranded crews, high-risk rescues, and disrupted schedules. The episode shows how fragile and interconnected human spaceflight truly is. The lessons from November 2025 will shape future missions and safety protocols. In the end, Overcoming such crises is what drives humanity's progress among the stars.